Hello and welcome back to Createthings. Today we are corrupting animals again because I didn't do it in a long time. So let's start and let's see which one is it. So let's spin the wheel and it's a wolf. So let's start the wolf. And as always, I'm starting with the frame. So we are doing the frame, and after that I will start with the story of the big wolf that is corrupted, and I hope you will enjoy. Thank you very much. There are stories buried beneath the mountains that people no longer speak about. Stories so old that nobody knows where the truth ends and the fear begins. And this is one of them. So in the north, beyond the frozen forests and the black cliffs, there exists a valley covered permanently in fog. No maps show its true location. Travelers avoid speaking about it, and even hunters refuse to enter it alone. The people who live near the mountains call it the Silent Hollow, not because it is quiet, but because everything that enters eventually disappears. For centuries, villagers believed the valley was cursed. Entire groups vanished inside it without leaving behind bodies, tracks, or screams. At first, people blamed storms, then wild animals, and then bandits. But eventually, the stories became impossible to ignore. Survivors began returning, not many, only a few, and every single one of them came back different. Some refused to speak ever again, some stared endlessly into the darkness, as if they had seen something their minds could not understand. Others repeated the same sentence over and over, until the day they died. It watches from the fog. Most people believed they had simply gone mad, until the night the first hunter saw it. His name was Edric. He was known as one of the bravest men in the northern settlements, a massive hunter covered in scars who had killed creatures most men would run from. One winter several children disappeared near the edge of the valley. The villagers begged Edric to search for them. Against his better judgment, he agreed. He entered the valley before sunrise. At first, everything seemed normal: snow, dead trees, and silence. But the deeper he traveled, the stranger the forest became. No animals, no birds, no wind. Only fog. Thick grey fog, covering the ground like a living ocean. Hours passed, then Edric found the tracks. Huge paw prints, pressed deep into the frozen earth. Far too large to belong to any normal wolf. At first he thought it might be a bear. Then he noticed something terrifying. The prints suddenly stopped. Not turned, not faded, just stopped. As if the creature simply vanished. Edric later said that was the moment fear truly entered his mind, because predators do not disappear. He continued forward carefully. The fog grew thicker with every step, and then he heard breathing. Heavy, slow, and close. Edric raised his weapon instantly, scanning the trees around him. Nothing, but the breathing continued, circling him, watching him. He shouted into the fog, demanding whoever was there to reveal themselves. No answer, and then suddenly, the forest became completely silent. Even the breathing stopped, and that was when he saw the eyes. Two glowing red lights staring directly at him through the mist. Massive, far above normal human height. Edric froze. At first he could not even understand what he was looking at. Then the creature stepped forward. A gigantic wolf emerged slowly from the fog, larger than any living beast should have been. Its body was unnaturally thin yet powerful, with legs long enough to tower over the hunter like a nightmare made real. Dark fury moved slowly into the windless air as if underwater. Its eyes glowed deep red against the grey mist. And its face almost looked human. Not completely, but enough to trigger something ancient inside the human mind. The instinct that says, run. Edric fired immediately. The shot echoed through the valley. The bullet hit the creature directly in the skull, but the wolf did not react. Not even slightly. Instead, it tilted its head slowly, almost confused. Then it smiled. Not like an animal, like something pretending to be one. Edric turned and ran instantly. He later claimed the creature did not chase him immediately. It walked slowly, like it already knew escape was impossible. The hunter sprinted through the forest desperately while the fog swallowed everything around him. Branches tore his skin apart. His lungs burned from the freezing air, but no matter how far he ran, he continued hearing footsteps behind him, heavy, calm, and patient. The creature was not hunting for food, it was playing with him. Then Edric saw something ahead in the fog, the missing children standing motionless between the trees. Relief hit him instantly. He rushed towards them, screaming their names, but as he approached, he realized something was wrong. The children were not moving, not breathing. Their eyes were empty, and black roots had begun growing through their skin like the forest itself was consuming them. And all of them slowly pointed behind him. Edric turned around, and the wolf was standing only a few meters away now, silent and watching. Its glowing eyes locked onto him without blinking. And for the first time in his life, Edric felt truly helpless. Because deep inside his mind he understood something horrifying. This thing was not an animal, it was something ancient, something older than the villages, older than the mountains, maybe older than humanity itself. The creature stepped closer slowly, and with every movement the fog around it twisted unnaturally. Faces began appearing inside the mist, dozens of them, people screaming silently beneath the fog, the missing travelers, the lost hunters, everyone in the valley had taken. Edric dropped his weapon, not because he wanted to surrender, but because his body simply stopped obeying him. The wolf lowered its head until its glowing eyes were directly in front of his face. And then it spoke, not with words inside his mind. You entered my land. Edric collapsed, instantly screaming. He said the creature showed him visions, entire civilizations buried beneath snow, forests burning under black skies, mountains covered in corpses. He saw the wolf standing motionless through centuries while kingdoms rose and fell around it, watching humanity like prey, wandering unknowingly into its territory. Then he saw something even worse. The creature was not alone. Far beneath the valley, deeper inside the mountains, there were others sleeping in darkness, waiting. Edric woke up 3 days later outside his village, covered in frostbite and blood. The children were never found, and after that day, the hunter was never the same again. He stopped speaking almost entirely. He refused to enter forests, and every night he locked every window inside his home before sunset. When villagers asked him what truly lived inside the valley, he only answered with one sentence: "It is not hunting bodies, it is hunting fear." Years passed, the story spread across the north. Some believed it, others laughed at it, until more disappearances happened. Then another survivor returned, then another, and every story matched. The red eyes, the fog, the giant wolf. But each survivor described something different about the creature itself. Some claimed it had antlers, others claimed its body stretched unnaturally long. One woman swore the wolf had dozens of human arms hidden beneath its fur. That led people to one terrifying theory. Nobody truly knew what the creature looked like, because the thing inside the valley changed, depending on who looked at it, as if fear itself shaped its form. Over time, the villages abandoned the northern roads entirely. Entire settlements disappeared from the maps. People stopped traveling near the mountains, and eventually the valley faded into myth. But myths survive for a reason. Even now there are reports, hikers vanishing in snowy forests, hunters finding enormous tracks that disappear suddenly, campers hearing breathing outside their tents despite finding nothing there, and sometimes people see red eyes staring from deep inside the fog, watching silently and patiently. Some believe the creature guards something ancient hidden beneath the mountains. Others think it's punishment given physical form, but the oldest legends describe it differently. According to the oldest writings ever discovered in the north, the wolf was never born naturally, it was created. Long ago, during an age of endless war, humans begged the darkness itself for protection against their enemies, and something answered, not the god, not the demon, something older. The creature protected them at first, it slaughtered invading armies, destroyed entire kingdoms, but eventually it stopped obeying, because hunger changes everything. Now it wanders endlessly through the valley, consuming fear, memories, and souls. And the longer it exists, the larger it becomes. So this is the story of the gigantic wolf hidden in the mountains. Tell me, what do you think about it? Did you like the story? Is it a good one or not? And thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'm very thankful for you to listen to my story, and have a good day. Thank you very much. Goodbye.